Today, I watched a video from the official Summoner Sword channel about the top 10 monster that you should get from the free 5-star event that is happening in the game right now. In the video, he discussed about how these 5-star can really help you in PvE, and I partly agree with some of the recommendation. I think for a new player, you can get one of those monster and it will help you in PvE. But the beautiful thing about Summoner Sword is that you can complete the TOA, the Kairos Dungeon, the Rift of War, the Dimension Hall with free-to-play monster. There's not a single dungeon. I think besides TOA Hell, you can probably get a decent amount of star in TOA Hell as well, but there's not a single dungeon here that is locked behind a certain 5-star that is not achievable by fusion or just getting a 4-star unit or just getting to a unit. So most monster that you need for these dungeons are very free-to-play friendly. So getting a 5-star to help you in PvE is not exactly needed. Of course, without a certain 5-star, like let's say Tasha or Liam or maybe Brandia, you cannot achieve the ultimate speed team for these dungeons. But most people don't need an ultimate speed team. A normal 1-minute clearing team is going to be more than enough for most people who play Summoners War. So if I were to recommend you something to get from this event, I want you to get something that is unique and can help you in the PvP content, because that's where you're gonna struggle. After like the first month, you're gonna clear all PvE with free-to-play monster, no problemo, and start doing guild content and arena, and suddenly you realize that some 5-star can be really amazing for PvP. I'll go through each element and recommend my top 3 from each element, and then one personal recommendation at the end. First, let's take a look at the wind element. Leo will be my top choice. This will be the unit that if it appears on your selection, I would actually recommend you to take this over anything else that appear in the selection, because this guy is so good. He has the passive that allow him to limit the speed of everyone else on the battlefield, so you can build him with 0 speed and everyone else on your team can have 0 speed as well, and you nullify all the speed investment on the enemy team, and it can be used in RTA and guild content and arena effectively every single day, and you can even use him without skill up, and his passive will still make you feel like a king. And Leo can be built on Violent Vampire Despair, whatever you want. It can be built on HP, crit damage HP, or attack crit damage attack, whatever you want. Such a versatile unit, and there's so many cleave team combination you can build for Leo in arena, and this is one of them. Very popular version. You can build them without speed in a game where speed is king. Building team without speed is amazing because you can focus on all the stats, make your team tankier, hit harder, have higher resist and accuracy, and all that good stuff. And you can cleave these defense that are way faster than you much easier. Wow, he stunned me. But then I have good old Delphoid to bring that back. And then I am going to go straight for the Camilla. Look at that, my team with 0 speed, and that defense is pretty fast and tanky. But we wipe them. Oh my god, we're not exactly wiping them. They are surviving just fine, but it's okay because we have the Leo on the field. So our team will be moving very quickly despite having 0 speed, which is absolutely incredible. All right, I'm going to go straight for this. Very nice. That's going to die, and there's only 1 left. And there's so many other variations you can build for this team. You don't have to run the Christina. You can run any other damage dealer, and you're going to do just fine. And there are endless team comp variation for Leo for guild offense. If you just search a random siege video, you will see Leo showed up in there in a different variation, and that is just so cool. We're gonna heal, we're gonna freeze, and you can put in Fire Horse, you can put in Pandas, you can put in Tessarian, you can put in any damage dealer and build them as tanky, as high damage as you want, because you don't have to care about speed anymore. Just don't put speed scaling damage dealer together with a Leo, okay? And you're gonna have an amazing time in PvP. It's a free win for you, and for early game, I think the moment you step into trying out PvP, having a free win for your siege is amazing and get you into a better guild because you are serious about your PvP game. Next up on my list will be Tiana. This girl is the cornerstone of most cleave in this game because of that skill 3 allow you to strip enemy buff, boost your team attack bar, and it cannot be resisted. If you use any other buff stripper in this game, you will soon realize that you need Tiana in your life because you want that consistency. And this girl, she strips. A classic Tiana cleave will have Tiana Galleon, who will move after Tiana to provide the attack buff and defense break. Good thing he's a 4-star unit, so you're probably going to have him. And you're going to put in a damage dealer, preferably AoE. And then another damage dealer, preferably provide utility to counter whatever is on the defense. So cooldown reset, anti-revive, and control any other stuff. And you're good to go. And if you replace Tiana with any other AoE stripper like Chiwu or Triton, they will probably do the job. But then the moment you miss something with the strip, you will instantly regret it. And look at that. My team is frozen. Oh my god, I'm so scared. I'm going to cleanse all of that. There's an Amdot over there, which don't do anything with Amdot, okay? That's my defense. That is supposed to counter Tiana because she's so OP. She make defense so weak. But there's an Amdot to counter Tiana. He did the job. Okay. Oh my god, my defense. So we're gonna go in with the damage. Definitely couldn't kill anything. So if Kaki take a turn, I would just destroy everybody else. But because we have Amdot over there, I couldn't do that. And that is the whole purpose of Amdot being on my defense, is to counter Tiana cleave, because Tiana will strip your entire team of your beautiful protection as well. So we're gonna push back some of that attack bar maybe. And I hope my team will start moving. Going to do some nice low damage and shing. So even though Amdot was successful in delaying my win, but my Kaki still absolutely destroyed them. So Tiana cleave is one of the best things to have for early game PvP, because after you're done farming runes, you start putting runes into these units and start wiping the arena with your Tiana cleave. And you can do the same exact thing in guild content. You see any defense without a speed lead, you can go Galleon speed lead and then just cleave them with Tiana, and you're gonna be good to go. You have a wonderful day, you move on with your life, you don't have to worry about RNG, because things that are dead cannot proc violent. But my Zyros not built for this, so this is just demonstration, okay? It's not like a real Zyros cleave because he's not doing any real damage whatsoever. I mean, oh my, that is one heck of a stun right there, buddy. So we're going to kill the Gianna first, and we're going to do this. And Tiana, oh, did I mention she is also an insane damage deal with a skill that got buffed a while ago? She will crit all the time, do some massive damage on off-element unit. And look at that, my Zyros was not even built for this cleave, and we still managed to cleave my boy Cray defense just fine. And this is a classic guild offense as well. Look at that, one unit, 2 major PvP area in the game, nailed. The third recommendation I have for this win element is going to be Fangyan. So this guy has the nickname Unfair Bear in this game because he is really unfair. You can also use Fangyan for your arena offense because he does insane damage on triple defense build. I have mine on Violent Destroy. You can build Violent Endure, Violent Guard, anything to start with, and you can start having additional damage by defense in your artifact. If you don't have them, that's totally fine as well. But you can start with just triple defense build for your Fangyan, have a defense buffer right there, and he's gonna give you one of the safest arena offense. It is not gonna be super fast, but for most people, you want to clear and win most of the time, so you get a decent rank for your arena and get nice LD pieces. And that is more than enough. He'll guarantee you a nice little free win right there. We're gonna try to kill maybe this one first. Okay, didn't get a crit right there, unfortunately. But I think we're gonna be just fine. She's going straight for my dragon. We're gonna clear this guy. And then we're gonna cleanse the dragon. And we're going to clear them. Not so fast, a little bit slowly. But Fangyan will beat Camilla 10 out of 10. Never will Fangyan lose to a Camilla. And it will take a while for you to win this, but trust me, you're gonna want to have Fangyan. And with Fangyan in Guild Siege offense, you are almost guaranteed another free win. So you can build Fangyan with any healer. Everyone can start with a simple Lulu. If you have the blue totemis or you have Amelia, you can pair them with Fangyan to give the Fangyan defense buff, and Fangyan can be even stronger. And for the last unit, buy the Windy from the guild shop, and you have an insane offense team that is not very exciting to use, but I think it is exciting to win every single day, at least once per siege, okay? So any sort of bruiser offense, any bruiser defense you see over there that you can tank it, you want to use your Fangyan and your Windy as well, because Windy is amazing, providing the speed buff, the shield, and also extra tank for the enemy. Or if you have any need for any dedicated tank, for example, if there's a need for a fire tank, you just put in a fire unit, and then Fangyan will literally kill anything. Fangyan doesn't care what element the enemy have, because Fangyan will just absolutely destroy that enemy. Okay? And recently they buffed this unit too, make it even more insane. Like, it didn't need a buff, and somehow it got a buff and become much crazier in almost any content. So get the Fangyan and start your PvP journey, because he's just OP. He just kill any unit, any element. He doesn't care, and he's super tanky while doing so. Moving on to the water element. In the past, this girl used to be the queen of support, but nowadays I find myself not using her almost at all, because I have a new queen, Adriana. She is absolutely incredible. Higher base speed, more buff, and Oblivion to deal with all the passive heavy defense out there. She is incredible, and if you use her in arena, this leader skill is thick. She is so good. This is one of my favorite Adriana offense team, but it's rather pay to win. So let's give a more normal example. So you have any speed lead over here. Doesn't have to be Vanessa. It can be Shimite, it can be Susano, whatever speed lead. And you start off with Taru, very simple unit to get and very simple to build as well, because this skill gets free crit rate, and Adriana doesn't buff crit rate. So Taru will crit all the time, do amazing damage. And then you have another damage dealer that ignore defense, for example, Bethany, oh my god, Sean, LD 4-star, really? Or Kali or Covenant, and you will do just fine. So you go in, buff, you snipe 2 of the enemy unit, and you take your time with the rest, and you're gonna be just fine as well. So go straight for, let's say, this girl first. Boom. Oh my god, my defense is way too well built. What the So let's imagine Vanessa is dead, okay? And then you just snipe, let's say, this guy, so that there's no more stripper from the enemy. My defense is very well built, huh? And you just move on with the rest. That's pretty much it. For guild offense, I love using her with Miyang and a one-shot unit. So Miyang is a bit more free-to-play friendly. You can build Miyang on Swift, and this guarantees crit skill can hit really, really hard. And whatever you put here doesn't matter. As long as it one-shot the enemy target, then you're good to go. So let's try Taro once again, okay? You can try Covenant, you can try Lagmaron, very, very good, or Taor, that's very good as well. So we go in. I don't know if I can kill that fire thing, but I'm gonna try. Oh, we can. And then we're gonna crit this one. Boom. Oh my god, Taru just not really that good at doing damage. I use Taru for 4-star defense, because 4-star have lower base stats, so it's easier to kill them. 5-star is a bit harder. Gotta juice up my Taru a little bit, but Lagmaron or Sonia or Claire will be really, really good for most 5-star defense, and you're gonna absolutely one-shot them just fine. Okay, I can't really kill that Kinky anymore. Oh my goodness, I might be in trouble. But usually I'll run Sonia or Claire or Lagmaron, and it's gonna be incredible. I want to summon more Adriana, and you can use Adriana without skill up as well, and that is just amazing, because she mainly provides the buff and the Oblivion, and then her job is pretty much over. And that's all she does, and she does an amazing job at it, okay? So just kill them with the buff, and you're good to go. My Adriana is currently on Swift. You can put Swift whatever, Swift will, but usually Swift whatever. And I try to have good accuracy on her, because I really want that skill 2 to land the Oblivion on certain high resistance unit like Kinky, Halfaz, Rakuni, whatever. Next up on the list, I think is going to be a bit controversial, because I think Camilla is right now one of the best PvP monster in the game. She's super relevant in arena defense. She's insane in guild siege offense and potentially defense. And she's one of the best water unit for RTA as well. And if you don't skill up, she can still be amazing on defense and in siege offense. I can click on a random defense and it has Camilla. Told you. Camilla is very hard to kill on defense. For example, she can be on speed, HP, and she'll just survive for days and annoying the heck out of you in offense. She's one of the best tanks for Siege. Let's say we have a Ciara and a water defense breaker. So if you have double wind and water over here, the water unit will attack Camilla, the Ciara will attack Camilla. So your other 2 wind unit will be free to do whatever the hell they want. And if you build your Camilla very tanky, you don't have to worry about her dying at all. And you can take your time, you can miss a bomb or 2, and I think you're still going to be fine. And she can provide control on her own. And because most damage dealer rely on critting, they will cleanse whatever debuff they're trying to put on her, and she will do just fine. And that is just incredible. I'm going to bomb her, and she will die to the bomb soon enough, and then we're just gonna keep that water thing locked down. If she decides to violent proc and defense break to Camilla either self-cleanse defense break away, or the defense break will go away when the wind unit attack her. So she is just an incredible tank in Siege when you need a dedicated tank. If I summon more Camilla, I'll use them without the need for any skill up whatsoever, just to tank whatever they want to throw at me. And my damage dealer be free to do what I want and destroy the enemy. But the real Camilla team is not this one. The real Camilla team is this one. So I have Camilla and Windy, another broken tank for Siege, and we have a unit that require the team to stay alive for as long as they can, so that he can come back to life and destroy the enemy one by one. So this is one of the most broken offense team for Siege, because I don't even have to play the game, okay? I can press auto, click on the unit I want to kill first, and let the unit do the job, because Camilla and Windy literally can't really die if I build my Camilla on speed HP and fast and tanky enough. She's just gonna be there forever. And plus you have a Windy over there that can't be defense broker, and Camilla can actually heal the Windy from time to time. It is just an incredible combination that is very, very hard to beat. So, oh, Belial was supposed to kill someone over there, but I guess he didn't. And Camilla is supposed to be the tank, and she's almost killing the Nephthys already. So Belial will come back, one-shot them one by one, and that is pretty much it. So Windy's about to die, but I don't even have to care about that actually. So Belial will come back, kill that. I put my focus back on Nephthys, and that's pretty much it. The moment Nephthys die, Camilla can solo the whatever damage dealer as well very, very easily. So this is one of the most broken, highest win rate offense team for endgame player. Or even if you're not even an endgame player, you can just build a tanky Camilla, put a rage set or fatal set on the demon, and that's pretty much it. Very easy to build and super broken. Lastly, on the water department, I think Nana is gonna be an incredible pick because she's very versatile in many content as well. She's a reviver, and most free-to-play revivers suck, okay? They don't do a very good job. She revives with passive, which means you can't cooldown reset her revive. She provides defense break setup for your damage dealer, and she can weaken the enemy damage dealer by providing attack break. And she provides an insane accuracy leader skill for guild content. If you're unlucky and you don't have Camilla, I think Nana is a decent option for arena defense as well. Put Nana in there and it can prolong the fight for you, and the longer they take to destroy your defense, the better. And Nana also belong on one of the safest arena slow clear, auto clear team that ever exists, that can be used against most defense as well. You have a generic damage dealer like Thessarian or Wind Panda. You have Windy right there to provide speed buff and crit rate and tankiness. You have Riley in there to provide healing, and then Nana to just make sure that if you die, you don't really die. If you kill one enemy, then your team become immortal because of the Nana passive. And then in Siege, you can see Nana being on defense, very solid defense unit for early game Siege, because she provides the defense break threat, she provides the revive, the good leader skill, and then you pair her with a unit that can remove enemy immunity like Juno or Nora or whatever you have, and then a damage dealer, and you're good to go. So it can be Dominic, it can be Fangin, it can be Theomas, Thessarian, whatever you have in there, put together with Nana and a strip, and you're gonna be doing just fine Siege defense. And for Siege offense, you can put Nana Riley plus any damage dealer depending on the enemy situation. Let's say this guy has a fire threat, so you put in a water damage dealer like Camilla or Theomas, and you're good to go. You can literally put any damage dealer depending on the situation, and this is one of the best Siege offense that exists. Because with this, you have a failsafe in the Nana revive, and even if she's stunned, she'll still revive the unit for you, and you have healing, you have defense break, you have pretty much everything you need for a good siege offense. And the moment you kill one unit, not only your team is now way safer thanks to the Nana stack, you will just never lose. It's just so good. Like I kill one of the enemy unit and now I can hit the auto button. It is ridiculously good and easy to build. For Fire Element, I partially agree with the commenter's video. I think Rika is probably one of the best units in the game for pretty much anybody, with how she's good in TOA and how she is really good in guild PvP as well. This skill allows you to do damage without needing any real stat because you are using the enemy HP as damage with continuous damage, and her control power is absolutely insane. I like my Rika with maximum resistance because, once again, she doesn't need any real stat to do damage and some accuracy in there on Violent or Despair, and she'll do an amazing job for you in TOA and in guild content, maybe in arena as well. About Brandy, I think she is one of the best dungeon unit for endgame player. For early game player, you probably would not have the runes to really appreciate her usefulness and her big damage output in multiple different dungeons. And also because Crow being a dark unit is just a bit easier to use for multiple purposes compared to Brandia. But the moment you get the runes, which will take a while, so you can appreciate the difference in damage between Crow and Brandia, and you need the extra damage to kill the bot faster, then you will really love Brandia. But for most part, I think Crow is okay. But if you're at a stage where you want faster run in particular dungeon, then Brandia is gonna be incredible. Lastly, we have Perna. I think this unit is heavily underrated because she can be used in the Rift Beast dungeon as a leader skill with that fat attack leader skill. But in PvP, she is one of the most amazing generic damage dealer you can build because of the revive skill. So using Perna is really safe. The healing that she can provide for the team, the big damage output that she can do on the enemy makes her a very well-rounded damage dealer that you can use almost every day in many different teams with your Riley and a defense breaker. But because she's like one of the oldest unit in the game and there are many ways to actually counter her, but using her on an offense team is incredible. I love using Perna against team that I know will 100% outspeed me. I will let them attack me, Perna is gonna take the damage, comes back to life, and destroy them rather easily. Oh my god, that is a big ass stun. And we lost our defense breaker, but because we have Perna, we're gonna be just fine. Perna can strip, Perna can stun. Perna can do so many things in one simple unit. And I think because she's just a very old and ancient unit, she's not being appreciated enough. But having a Perna for your offense just create a nice sense of security. You know that this unit is not going to die that easily, and you know it's going to do a lot of damage. And even if they have immunity, that skill to strip being added recently to the Perna kit, I think a year ago, allow Perna to be much more versatile than what Perna seemed to be on paper. Like you can strip that, and then you can follow up with a defense break. And even without stripping, I'm already doing a lot of damage on most bruiser unit because of that Perna skill 2 extra damage when they're at full HP. It's just really good. So I think Perna is gonna be an amazing addition to your early game PvP arsenal. And you do need them because free-to-play unit can only carry you so far. Gotta start using some of the cool 5-star you get. And Perna is definitely going to be one of them. The healing, man. The healing is so nice. And for the last unit, I think it's going to be Changpeng. This unit is going to be absolutely incredible. Useful in early giants if you want to put him in there. Useful in guild content for the pushback. In RTA for the pushback. The leader skill for wind damage dealer. The strip. The defense break. He provides so much in one unit that he's relevant in all stages of the game and worth Devilmon investment. And he is just absolutely incredible. If you watch any RTA replay, you'll see Changpeng in there. In Arena, I like using Changpeng with a wind damage dealer. So Changpeng can provide the extra fluff damage before the real damage come. And he can also help to counter unit that has strong skill, push back their attack bar, allow your big second damage deal to work even better. So he is just incredible. And in guild content, he can be a solo damage dealer as well, together with Tiana, Galli, and Changpeng, or you can just use Changpeng in a control team in guild content. That will work as well. And that is my top 10 recommendation for you guys. What will be your top 10? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'm interested in knowing such, and let me try to destroy this guy here. While I thank you for watching this video, much appreciated. Hope you guys will enjoy Summoners War in 2024. I don't know what's gonna come soon, but I hope there'll be many fun things for us in this 10-year anniversary, and I hope it's gonna be incredible. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.